Well, no time like the present. Say it as it is. Tell them how you feel. Be honest. That's what I've been preaching. This is my last video on this channel. It's my 527th video. Well, I have others, but for some reason, this is how many I have today. After today. 527. May 27th. 1978. I gave birth to love. Pure love. And I knew it because I never felt love before I gave birth to my son, Trevor Thomas. Now, this video, my 527th video, is inspired by a guy named Keith Olbermann. I'll just show you real quick. This guy.
These 45.
I gotta turn him off though. Countdown. And he's a very honest guy. Right in with the media people and talks about them like they're enemies. And maybe they are to him. But he's really good at what he does. He makes me laugh. And he brings stories to life about real people that are in the media. It's fun. He's a lot of fucking fun. So after you watch this video, my last video, go on over to his videos and finish your lives off that way. Because you don't want soul recovery here. And you're not going to get it. You're not able to face the truth, subscribers. Go ahead and leave me now. Give me a dislike now. Save me my breath. Because that's all I'm doing here, is wasting my breath. And I'm sick of it. And I'm sick of you. And I'm sick of your reactions to the truth. So, if you're one of those ones who hate the truth, just hang up now. I don't care. I honestly, my honest and fucking true feelings are I don't care. I have no feelings for hardened hearts. I just can't muster them up. I can't pretend. I can't fake my love. And I never, ever, ever fucking will. And I don't have it here. My emotional reaction to what I have witnessed here is contempt. Pure, unadulterated contempt for what is going on. And you can't see it. You can't feel it. And you think it's normal. What's going on? I'm not talking about America. I'm not talking about anything other than humanity. And I told you when I started this adventure, journey, after I was visited by spirits and my deceased son, to go out and be a messenger of some kind. I didn't even know what kind of a messenger. But the story unfolded since 2016. I was put into a state of complete shock. Guys, everybody's going to see what I saw. And you are going to be in the state that I have been in. And you will not, repeat, not be able to cope. You don't have any emotional skills at all. You have no foundation. You're on sand. You're on quicksand. And you don't even know it. So this is my last video, and what I'm going to tell you is why I was wrong. And I promised if I ever found out that I was wrong about my story or anything I would say, because I don't lie. I don't want to lie to you. I don't want to lie to anybody, least of all myself. So when the truth hit me, I knew I had to do my last video. And I knew it had to be very fucking honest, so that I could spell out one last time what's going on and what I was wrong about. Changes everything. Everything. It's simple. I am not a messenger of love. I am not here to spread my love. I am not here to bring recruits home to Jesus. I'm not here for that. I was wrong. I thought that's what I was doing. You know, getting people over to the good side, stop being such little, liars and cheaters and robbers and murderers. Stop it. I was given show and tell messages about my life and my story. But I was wrong. I am not a messenger, and I never was. And you probably never heard me. I lost 2 subscribers in the last 2 days. Too much honesty. And the likes are continuing to go dead backwards and the views, so I don't fucking care. I'm just doing this last video for the sake of leaving it here and turning my back on you. I am turning my back on you because I am not a messenger looking for recruits. I am a witness. I am a witness, and I came as a witness. Right from the beginning in the planning of my world, my dream. Right when I picked my mother, she was 10 years old. I picked the mother of all fucking mothers. And I picked my role in her family. And I hijacked the body of Cheryl Ann Grosclose. She was born September 11th, 1959, at Lionsgate Hospital in North Vancouver, British Columbia, on the Pacific coast of Canada. And what a journey it's been. What a hoot. Most of my life has been unconscious. The ego life, really. Because my thoughts and my feelings all along have been the same. I would think thoughts and feel things in my life, in my journey, about people, what they're doing to their kids, to me, to their mothers, to their fathers, what people are doing to each other. I knew from 5 years old. My earliest memory is waking up in a crib at 5 years of age. And my face was all smashed in. I had stitches all over my lips. And I was in a steel crib at 5 years old. And nobody else was in the room when I woke up. But a little red-headed boy came in, and he had a bag of cheesies. And I asked him, "Can I have a cheesy?" And he walked over to my bars, and he put a cheesy in my hand. And I put it to my lips. And it burned. It hurt so much. The salt on my wounds. That's my very first memory of life. And nobody came. Nobody came. Nobody came. Until finally, somehow, some way, somebody came, and I ended up in this house with my mother and brother, older brother. A single mother, older brother, and 5-year-old me with a smashed-in face. I was told I was playing in the alley, and a car came and hit me in the face, or I skidded on my face. I was in the air 10 feet, apparently, when it hit me. And they thought every bone in my body was broken. But nobody saw it. Nobody. Anyway, that's my first memory. And from that time on, I was a weirdo. I was a sleepwalker. I'd be playing out in the yard, in the playground with other kids in the apartment complex. And suddenly realized that they were hungry and wanted a treat. I could feel them, you know. Hey, these kids are hungry and they want a treat. And I went into my apartment where nobody could see, and there was $1 on my mom's dresser. I was like 5 or 6 maybe. soon after I woke up in the hospital with a smashed-in face. I wonder if it's, I don't know. But there was the dollar there. And I took the dollar and I ran up to a store, the Lucky Dollar store, it was called, in Burnaby on Rumble Street. I remember all that right now. And my little legs running or getting there, I gotta hurry. These kids were feeling pain, hunger, no joy. They were just all by themselves playing a swing. No parents around to give them a treat. So I thought I should. And I went in and I thought, what should I buy them? And I thought, well, it's very hot. We should get fudgicles. So I went over and there happened to be a whole box of fudgicles. I didn't have to just buy one. And I had a whole dollar in about 1964, 65. And so I asked the guy, Chinese store, all Chinese stores, little corner dollar stores, always. And I asked the Chinese guy how much the box would be. And he said, $1. And there was 12 in the box. So I gave him my dollar and I went with my box of fudgicles to the apartment complex playground, if that's what you call it. And I gave them away to the kids. It made them feel better. They were happy, happy, happy kids. These are some of my first memories. I was out in the alley with a bowl of cereal, dry cereal. I thought I was about 3, but I must have been older because I have no memories before 5. But because it was a habit of mine to take a blanket or a towel or something, a bowl of dry cereal, and have picnics by myself. Oh, I love them. I love those picnics by myself. And be in the alley by a tent trailer. You know those tent trailers? It's all folded up. People would have them in the back alleyway for when they went on vacation with their family, right? And so there was one always there. And I started to dream about it. There was a much better potential in that little box. It's like a little square box, right? With a hard roof. This tent trailer, if you can imagine it. I'm sure they're still around. But I imagined it popped up and ready to go. And I was sitting out there in the alley with this tent trailer with my blanket and bowl of cereal having a fucking picnic. I was camping. Nobody knew. I saw a stupid kid out there. Didn't she get hit by a car? Didn't her mom say she was hit by a car out there? But my dream was, I'm going to make this tent trailer a home. I'm going to make it full of love. I'm going to put pretty curtains up. And my heart will be in this tent. Because in my apartment, back up there, my apartments, Parkwood Terrace it's called, in Burnaby. You remember that? Parkwood Terrace in Burnaby off 10th Avenue. And I thought, this is so much brighter than my dark apartment. Really, it was the mood. The mood will change the heart. And my mom's mood was bad all the time. The marriage didn't work out with my dad. They both read Rebel Without a Cause in grade 11, and they both dropped out. I got married, had my older brother. And then they had me, and then they were split soul by the time I was 4, apparently. So she was left to raise 2 children on a woman's income. And she had you have to understand, women do not get paid the wages of men unless they belong to a large government or corporation, like a robot. No, she'd be lucky to get 25% of a man's wages. Any woman, for any reason, in the 60s and 70s and 80s and 90s. There's reasons, because they'll say, well, it's service-oriented and we are more labor-oriented, and labor is more worthy than service. That's what he said. Labor is more worthy than service. So she went and did all the service jobs. She left being a mother to go to work after World War II. And her sons and daughters were raised on cartoons. And then education. And who knows what is in the box of education? Who knows what they're teaching my child? Well, I do know what they're teaching my child, because I know what they taught me and my class. They taught us how to obey, how to raise our hands and ask questions of the authorities who know better than children. Children don't know anything. Nothing. They're empty. They need to be filled up with stuff. And we start with fear. We start with having fire drills and earthquake. Well, for their safety, we have to have these drills, you stupid mothers. And you go along. Yes, let's scare the bejesus out of them. Just in case. Just in case. Because it makes sense. Every fucking thing here makes sense to her. It makes sense. When your brain is programmed like that. But when you tear it all down and you're left with feelings and carnage everywhere, and you look around and you can see the kids aren't being raised right. Why not? Why are they so ugly inside? The kids. Why are they so cruel to each other at school? They throw stones at each other. They're wild. They're at war, starting in daycare. Nobody's going to get them candy. I'm a witness to a horrific family, a circus family, a sexually repugnant family, and humanity. It's true. You're all sexually repugnant. And the reason I say that is I am a witness. But more importantly, I am a witness to real love, to true love, to Christ's love. I know how it really feels. And guys, it does not feel like this. But you wouldn't know. You're addicted to your penises, mental men. There's symbology everywhere for you to stay focused on your penis, on your wiener. They use words to keep you there. They use images of women to keep you in lust, like a reptile, so that you look at her with your little beady eyes, first at her boobs, then downward, and you check her over. You gotta check. Is she fat? Does she have big boobs? Little boobs? Would she get them enhanced for you? Would she? If you asked nicely, would she spend $5,000 to get her boobs enhanced for you? If so, I've got bad news. Your brain, your intelligence, is that of an infant. When you want to suck on a boob of a woman, there's nothing sexual about it at all, except in hypnotic fantasy. You see, the problem with witnesses is they feel the horror. They feel the rape, the invasion of the body, if you will. Not to mention the invasion of her mind, pretending to assume to know her mind is crazy, empty. I'm a witness to a horror show. And this is why I don't care. And this is why no woman will care what happens to her sons. I promise. No woman will care when she sees what I see. No woman will care or want to save him. He has been taken over by lust and sin and evil, demonic love. I can't even call it that. I don't know a man who is not a sodomite or a pedophile or engages in violence against women, BDSM. And the more images of hatred we see at women, against women, the more you hate your own fucking mothers, daughters. You're not just putting one woman down, devouring one woman with your beady, ugly, filthy eyes. You have torn down the eyes of your mother. Well, she will not look at you in spirit. She turns her back on you. Men, 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 dicks. And this is my last video. So I am saying it all very fucking clearly here. There isn't going to be a woman who crosses over who does not have to turn her back on men who insist on staying infantile emotionally.